Earthworms are the unsung heroes of any thriving garden. They aerate soil, recycle nutrients, and transform organic matter into the rich, dark humus that plants crave. In raised beds, where soil is often more controlled and amended than in-ground plots, maintaining a healthy earthworm population is critical for crop growth. Yet, many gardeners unknowingly make mistakes that harm these vital creatures. Losing earthworms doesn't just reduce soil fertility, it can slow plant growth, increase susceptibility to drought, and make composting less effective. One of the most common mistakes in raised beds is relying too heavily on synthetic fertilizers. While they promise quick growth, these chemical inputs can alter soil pH and reduce microbial diversity, creating an environment hostile to earthworms. High concentrations of nitrogen, particularly in synthetic urea or ammonium nitrate, can burn the delicate tissues of worms and upset the balance of soil microbes they feed on. Instead, focus on slow-release organic fertilizers like composted manure or well-aged plant matter. A practical approach is to mix about 2 inches of compost into the top 6 inches of soil every season. For extra nitrogen during heavy feeding crop cycles, consider using small amounts of blood meal or alfalfa meal, evenly distributed to avoid creating hot spots that could harm worms. Earthworms thrive in soil that is rich in organic matter and maintains a balanced nutrient profile, not one flooded with concentrated chemicals. Raised beds are convenient because soil is loose and easy to manipulate, but frequent or aggressive tilling can wreak havoc on earthworm populations. Tilling disrupts worm burrows, exposes them to predators and sunlight, and can physically injure the worms themselves. Each time soil is overturned, the natural structure that holds water and nutrients is disturbed, reducing the long-term fertility that worms help create. To maintain soil structure and protect worms, adopt minimal till or no-till methods in raised beds. Instead of digging every season, layer organic matter on top as a mulch or incorporate it gently with a garden fork. For instance, after harvesting leafy greens, spread a 1 to 2 inch layer of shredded leaves or grass clippings over the soil surface. Worms will naturally move upward to access this fresh food, maintaining their burrows while enriching the soil. Not all mulch is created equal when it comes to worm health. Materials like fresh wood chips, sawdust, or untreated softwood bark can create an imbalance in the soil's carbon-to-nitrogen ratio. Fresh wood chips, for example, temporarily tie up nitrogen as they decompose, leaving worms and plants nutrient-starved. Certain mulch types may also be acidic or chemically treated, further stressing worm populations. The safest approach is to use well-composted mulch or plant-based materials like straw, dried leaves, or shredded paper. Spread a 2 to 3 inch layer over raised beds, keeping it slightly loose to allow worms to move freely. This not only protects worms from temperature extremes and moisture loss, but also provides a continuous supply of organic material they can break down into humus. Soil moisture is one of the most crucial factors for worm survival. Overwatering can lead to waterlogged beds, depriving worms of oxygen and creating anaerobic conditions that are, lethal over time. Conversely, allowing soil to dry out completely forces worms to burrow deeper or even perish, especially in raised beds that drain quickly. Both extremes really reduce their ability to aerate and fertilize the soil. A practical strategy is to monitor soil moisture regularly. For raised beds, just insert a finger or small trowel about 2 to 3 inches deep. The soil should feel slightly damp but not muddy. During dry periods, water slowly and deeply to reach the lower soil layers, encouraging worms to remain active near the surface. Incorporating organic matter like compost or aged manure can help improve moisture retention while still maintaining aeration. A balanced approach keeps worms healthy and soil fertile, even in variable weather. So, many gardeners reach for pesticides, herbicides, or fungicides to protect their crops, but, some of these chemicals are non-selective and can actually harm earthworms. Worms really rely on a rich microbial environment to digest organic matter, and unfortunately a lot of pesticides disrupt this microbial balance or are just directly toxic. Even natural or so-called safe sprays can be harmful if you use them too much or in a concentrated form. To protect earthworms while still controlling pests, it's a good idea to adopt integrated pest management strategies, or IPM. That means introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs or lacewings, using physical barriers such as row covers, and when needed, removing affected plant material by hand. When sprays are necessary, try to apply them sparingly and focus only on targeted areas instead of doing a blanket coverage. Oh, and timing your applications for early morning or evening can also help, since worms are most active near the surface during these times. If your raised beds have already suffered from some of these mistakes, it's still possible to rebuild healthy worm populations. You'll want to start by adding a generous layer of organic matter, like about 2 inches of compost mixed with shredded leaves. Next, you can introduce earthworms directly, choosing composting or red wiggler species that are known for thriving in raised beds. Make sure to maintain gentle watering and avoid chemical inputs while the worms are getting used to their new home. Over time, this combination of organic-rich soil, balanced moisture, and protected habitats will allow worms to multiply naturally. Your crops will benefit from better aeration, improved nutrient availability, and increased water retention, creating a self-sustaining ecosystem. Earthworms are, honestly, essential allies in raised beds. They transform organic matter into fertile humus, aerate the soil, and help plants get through stressful conditions. By avoiding over-fertilization, minimizing tilling, choosing the right mulch, regulating soil moisture, and limiting chemical inputs, gardeners can really protect and even enhance earthworm populations. Even small adjustments make a big difference. A proper mulch layer, balanced compost ratios, and careful watering can turn struggling soil into a thriving, worm-friendly environment. Healthy worms lead to healthier plants, higher yields, and ultimately a more resilient garden. Hydrohaven is dedicated to uncovering these practical soil and gardening strategies that deliver real results. So protect your earthworms, improve your soil, and just watch your raised beds flourish. Be sure to subscribe and share this guide for more actionable tips, experiments, and evergreen techniques that every gardener can implement.